Hi, my name is Will Nunziata, and I'm a New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and I'm also a proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with FENIX's latest celebrity artist, star of stage and screen, Justin Sargent. And before our interview, take a sneak peek at Justin's amazing talent.
People are watching all over the world. Yeah, people are marching all over the world. People are angry at the way things have been. But you gotta have faith. We won't get fooled again. Come on.
Well, hello, Justin. How are you?
I'm so good, Will. How you doing?
Justin, I've been a fan of yours for years, and I'm so happy to meet you here.
I'm happy to meet you too. I mean, that's very sweet of you to say. Thank you. It's always so weird to hear that, when people are like, "Oh, I'm a fan of yours." I'm like, "Really?" Because
Well, I think as artists, right, we're fans of each other, or at least good talent, and so
Yes.
you are exceptional, and the audience just got to hear just a little bit of your talent. And Justin, I just want to kind of begin at the beginning. Where did you grow up, and when did you know that you had this stellar musical talent?
Oh boy. So I grew up in. Well, I was born in Southern Illinois, but I grew up in the Tampa Bay area in Florida, both there and Central Florida, like the Orlando area. And I'd moved to a brand new town when I was a kid, like smack in the middle of my 8th grade year.
Mm.
And I was a new kid in a new town, and so as a way to kind of make friends and to kind of get involved in the community, I joined the community theater on a whim because my teacher said, you're kind of a class clown, and I think you do great there. And I auditioned for Oliver, and I got cast as the Artful Dodger, and so that was it. And so I got bit by the bug, and just never ever looked back. But when I was younger, growing up, I used to take a lot of road trips with my family from Florida to Illinois. We'd go visit family, and my mom and dad would always play, Tommy. They'd play a lot of The Who, and you know, so my penchant for musical storytelling was kind of, I think, developed that way. And so that's why I kind of lean into the rock and roll element when it comes to musical theater.
Well, I love it, Justin. I mean, whether people have seen you on NBC's Jesus Christ Superstar or on Broadway in Spider-Man, Bonnie and Clyde, Rock of Ages, or on the concert stage, you've done it all across the country and around the world, and on Broadway and on television. You mentioned that word storytelling, and yes, of course, we can see through your voice, you have that affinity of just having that beautiful kind of rock pop sensibility. You're a storyteller, and I'm curious to know for you, when you decided that, wow, I can do this professionally. Was there an aha moment? Was it your first gig? Was it your first Broadway show?
It's so funny. I don't think I ever had an aha moment about doing this professionally. I think I did my first community theater show, and I said, well, this is just what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I mean, I definitely felt the first time I ever got paid to do theater, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty big moment. I was like, oh, this is, they're gonna pay me to do this. Those the fools,
Yeah, right.
And so I guess that would be my first aha moment. That was a production of Pippin that I had done in college. We did a repertory season in the summer, and so I got cast as Pippin in that. And because it was in conjunction with the Orlando Repertory Theater, they paid us. And so I was like, oh man, this is it. I made it. I did it. Uh,
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, listen, we talked a little bit offline about, FENIX and, what they're doing in terms of not only connecting artists with fans, but connecting artists with other artists and the potential of future collaborations. I mean, you're so well known here in the States and around the world in some respects, but to be able to connect with potential collaborators outside of the US, in the East, what would that be like for you?
It's actually a very interesting question you bring up, because we are. I'm currently working with the band Air Supply on a new musical.
Wow.
Yeah, so my friend Tony Lepage and I have written a new musical using the catalog of Air Supply, and we've been working very closely with the band on this show. We're developing it, and what we really want to do with it is take it to Asia. We want to kind of do like an Asian tour of it, because they are huge in Asia, and we're very, very, very excited about that. And this is kind of one of the areas, the places that I've always wanted to visit. I am passionate about traveling, and have gotten to do quite a bit of it, but I've never ever made it to the continent before, to the Asian. So I'm very, very excited to kind of broaden my horizons when it comes to that.
That's amazing, Justin. And, also we talked a little bit about cryptocurrency, and that, this is a big thing that's been around for a while, but here in the West, newer to a lot of people. And I have to admit, with a lot of the artists that I've spoken with so far, there was no even remote understanding of what cryptocurrency is, but you happen to have some understanding of it.
I do, yeah, and I'm very excited about it. This is still. It's so funny because it's been around for so long, for over a decade now, but it's still in its infancy. I mean, really, Bitcoin is obviously the big one that everybody knows, everybody hears all the time, and it's doing extremely well right now. I think Ethereum is probably the second, most popular. It's a little bit more, I think, a versatile cryptocurrency. And there's some, very exciting things that are happening with NFTs and especially in the world of art. There's a band, I can't remember the band. It's not Three Doors Down. It's oh my gosh, I can't remember what band it is, but they're about to release an album as an NFT, which is extremely exciting.
What's NFT, Justin?
A non-fungible token.
Got it.
Yeah, Google it.
I'm learning from you, Justin, my friend.
That wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. I promise. But yeah, it's a very exciting time. It's like I said, this is in its infancy, so people are just starting to go, oh hey, there's actually some real value here in this kind of decentralized currency, this new form of trading, this new form of trade. I think it's going to be the future. It's revolutionary, and it's very exciting.
Well, you bring up a word, revolutionary, and it's what I think about FENIX a lot. Ever since I came on board, not knowing what cryptocurrency is, and I'm still learning from the FENIX people and from people like you, Justin, in that this is a revolutionary app that's going to put more money in artists' pockets, and that no matter where fans are from, that they're going to be able to buy someone like yours products, merch, whether it be music or other merchandise, and it's going to put more money in the artist's pocket. And like you said about cryptocurrency and being in its infancy and being revolutionary, I just love the idea that FENIX is going to be able to really be a revolutionized version of a lot of these social media apps that I think aren't giving artists their fair share.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Well, Justin, I could talk to you forever, but I'm so excited for the time that you took today to speak with me.
Of course.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
In the digital age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.